Today's game of Ark Nova Marine Worlds, a last minute draw saves my game. So, just going to play a game of Marine Worlds. I'm really enjoying this expansion for Ark Nova. It's kind of refreshed my enjoyment of the game. I was getting kind of burned out just playing the base game. So, I really like some of the changes they made in that expansion. So let's go ahead and go through this. I'm gonna play different maps here, right? I like Hollywood Hills, right? So that's the one I'm probably gonna play. But the other one was Research Institute, which can be good in certain instances. I just felt I'd rather do Hollywood Hills because I like playing sponsors a lot. So, and I also like to upgrade my my sponsors card probably a little bit more than some players. So Shadow Knife's going to play Rescue Station, which is, you can cover these up. You do a dig action, and you can take cards and tuck them to get the tags off of those cards, if they're animal cards that are. So, okay. So I didn't get a chance to show you my starting hand. Maybe we should just go back here. Let's go back to the start and just do this slower. Okay. Okay. So, in the draft here, because, we are playing the expansion, we get the draft cards. I've really been enjoying these build cards. This one will let me pay 3 extra to build 1 additional pavilion every time I build. So that's really good. This one is a cards action where I don't have to discard ever. So, at least when I do the cards action. So that's what this symbol is here. And then we have this animals, which will let me mark an animal. I haven't really messed with the mark yet. So, I don't know. I really don't know if that's something I wanted to do. So, it lets you put cubes on animals, and I think it reserves it for you. If somebody else takes it, you gain money, or if it falls off, I think you gain the card. So maybe I should try that a little bit more often, maybe the next time I play. So I take the build. Okay, so I get the same build, but it's with kiosks, right? I think this one is slightly better than this at the beginning of the game, so I can build up money quicker. So I end up taking this one also. So I have 2 builds. And then I get the sponsor card. So I have to take 2 different ones. So I take the sponsor, which is, I may discard a sponsor card for 4 money. And then if it's upgraded, I could discard a card to gain 4 money, or reduce the power of the card, right? So it would make this a 2 instead of a 4, right? So I see this along with my card that I picked up for build is like really powerful, right? Since I'm going to be building a bunch of kiosks, this is also going to give me a kiosk, and I score points on having 5 at the end of the game. I get a conservation point. Also, the power on it's pretty interesting. My opponents, I get 1 money for every kiosk they build during the break. So the more kiosks they build, the more money I get. During the flop, I see the elephant. I'm like, I don't know if I really want to go for the elephant this early. I know there's a lot of people who will grab that right off the bat and hold on to it the whole game until they can play it. But I wanted something a little bit more smooth. And this game was not easy for me whatsoever. It was a very big struggle for me. So I can't play this yet because I need to have a kiosk. So one of the first things I wanted to do was build a 2 for my greater area. I decided to build it over here. So I can be next to this H. And then I can put a kiosk right on the H and then a kiosk here later when I play this. So that'll give me 2 kiosks right off the bat. Alright, so it's Shadow Knife's turn. He's going to build also. He's going to tuck a Brahmini kite, which is both a rock and a water bird. And it goes well with Australia and obviously with species diversity. I want to get this played as quickly as possible. I really want this slow worm. So that's really what I'm trying to get to. Kyle West decides to grab a partner zoo. So that's what I did on my first turn. You didn't see it, but I did grab the Europe partner zoo. They grab Australia. It's an okay start for this because of the goal here, right? Right, so my second turn, like I said, I want to build so I can then play this because I'm really kind of locked up right now because I don't want to X down my sponsors yet. I'd rather have it up at 5 so I can play this, right? Then I get victory column with a BDW's picture on it. So I got a few sponsors already. Okay. So Shadow Knife did association. They also took a partner zoo. So we're all doing partner zoos right off the bat. Kyle West builds. Put a 3 out. Go up here to get another kiosk. Is this what this is? Yep. Did they not place it? Where am I? Oh, is it here? I think it's here. It shows that he got his free placement, right? So. It's hard to tell when I haven't seen the map in a while because I haven't played the special maps in a while. So, okay, so my turn. I definitely want to play this. I know I'm not going to get the elephant. There's just no way I'm going to do that. It would mess up what I'm planning. So, take that. Put the kiosk there. I'm going to try to put a single enclosure here so I can play the slow worm. So what I lucked out there because of this card being drawn, right? It had the wave symbol. So what that does is when it shows up on here, it discards the first card. So that elephant actually got discarded. Kyle just breaks for 5 money, then gains 3 more because of their special card. So their special card is whenever you gain money with your sponsor action, you gain 3 more. So. Alright. So my turn. Definitely want to draw. I want to snap up that worm. And a lot of times it's much better just to draw cards, but since I have this here, you know, and I'm set up for this, it was worth just snapping it. It's like all games where you have to draw cards, like in Wingspan or this game or Terraforming Mars. The more cards you get, the more options you have. So Shadow Knife marks this card right here. And then Kyle takes it. Yep, and then you'll see Shadow Knife gain 2 for the mark, right? So that might be a good way of getting passive income. Like I said, I just really haven't tried it yet. I want to build so I can play both my animals at once. It was slightly risky, but I figured Shadow has money still, right? So they might want to build, and Kyle hasn't played animals yet. So there was a slight risk that I might, they might break, but I was willing to take that risk because I'm at least getting 1 money for this. So Shadow Knife played Water Playground right here to gain the money bonus. Kyle plays Small Aquarium. So I do that. I get to draw a card. The Common Wombat came out, or as I call it, the Combat Wombat, which is good for this goal. It's also a different type of animal for this. Fortunately, I don't do too well in these goals, these two here. But that's fine. There's other, other goals out there that I can use. Okay, I got Venom because we are not playing friendly right now. So Kyle got us both with the ringed octopus, blue ringed octopus. So I just play Victory Column since you're giving me another turn here. Then I get in a little bit of a situation here where I thought Shadow Knife might want to break, or at least do cards, right? But then I don't know what game this was that he was playing, but he decides to build at 1 to get rid of his poison. Like, to me, it's a wasted turn. You might as well just try to break. I mean, got no money, but he does have a higher ELO than me, so maybe I'm just dumb. Like, if you're doing that just to force me to do something, I don't think it's worth it, because then I just am stubborn and I do this to get 2 more money to pay it off. We go back and forth a little bit here. Once again, you could break here. What does Shadow Knife do? They X down their cards. So I have a feeling like they're almost messing with me right now. Like they're trying to play some weird game with me that I don't understand. But luckily Kyle breaks. So I was going to break on my turn anyway, so it didn't really matter. But now you X down your cards, right? So you lose that. Early in the game you want to draw a card. So Xing that card down, I don't know if I would have did that. So whenever you have victory column, you always make sure you do that first, because it could bump up your income, which it did for me. And I go ahead and do reptile breeding. I end up taking my worker here and then grabbing the European pond turtle. I was looking at what they had already. I didn't think I was going to get Australia ever because, you know, they already got a good start on it. Maybe a 2 on it is what I was thinking at the time. Only 2 animals and 3 animals. This is not looking really great for me either, right? Okay, put a mark on the Nile crocodile, which is a really good card. It's just, I don't know if I want to invest that much into this because I only have 2 reptiles, so I need a 3rd one. I might be able to do it by grabbing like this, but I'd rather not split my association actions. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so we've all got a conservation project done. This was very surprising that this was done early. I mean, I guess he really wanted the I guess they really wanted the 5, you know, but like I wasn't even threatening it. Neither was the opponent. So okay, I'm gonna draw cards. I get rid of the longcomb sawfish because at this time I'm really not looking at the sea animals. I mean, they're not really like in my plans at the moment. So I'd rather keep this, maybe this for a tuck, you know, because I don't have the the Africa tags, you know. Shadow Knife breaks for 5. I'm going to build again when it gets to my turn. I'm going to build a 2. Put a kiosk here. Okay. I get aquarium, which I already had 1, 2 at the time, so I was thinking maybe I could complete this. And I have a really good spot for it because I don't plan on upgrading my build. So I'm going to just put it like this. Could have put it here, but I might want a 5 later on, so I didn't want to do that. Shadow Knife builds a 5, puts a kiosk here. I'm enjoying all this extra income, so I get 4 extra money because they're built their kiosks. So, and I have 3 kiosks of my own too, which is what's really nice about that build card. So they're not in the best spots, but I'm just using them to trigger these H symbols. I take Australia, so maybe I could do this. So when I look at the marine animals, my favorite ability that was introduced is this shark attack. I really love this ability. It lets you discard a card from the display and you gain half of their appeal rounded down. So if I would shark attack this constrictor, I get 3 points. Or even this manta ray would give me 4 points, right? The problem is I don't really want to go for sea animals. I really don't have a setup for it. I haven't had any the whole game, except for that sawtooth or whatever it was I had earlier that I discarded. So I play the wombat. I tuck the Senegal bush baby. Okay. Shadow Knife causes the break. Discard one. I discard that monkey, the Kokorol, because I didn't think it was really helping me at that point. I know I'm not getting 5 here, so I don't need to have 5 different types of animals at the moment. So once again, do victory column first. It did not bump up my income this time. Then I get to snap. I think this is where I make a mistake. No, I get this is what I snap up, I believe. Yeah. That's not a mistake. The problem I have in this game that I'm playing right now is I kind of got indecisive here soon about how to get all my reptiles for the goal here. Because if I play this, I can get one from placing it in this 2 spot right here, right? Like it says I can search for a lizard or a reptile. I can also do this, which would also do the same thing. So I was like, which one should I do? Should I grab this, or should I just do this conservation project and get another one? So Kyle takes the Africa Partner Zoo. I'm not planning on upgrading my association, so I'm going to focus on these 2 actions if I can. Which means let's draw first. So I get Low Mountain Range, Quarantine Lab, then I get Australian Sea Lion. I'm like, I said I wasn't going to push too far into Australia because, you know, we got 2 people with 3 already. It's kind of hard to do that, but then I'm like, maybe I should just do this, right? I mean, it's such a good card, even playing it just for the points, it's probably worth it. And I already have the Partner Zoo. Shadow Knife marks another card. Oh, sorry, a little bit tired. So I put out the 4, place another kiosk out. Once again, I'm not really putting them in great spots, but I have so much passive income from the opponents that I'm just more worried about playing all 5 for that conservation point at the end. So they play another kiosk, so that's another point. So I'm getting 6 passive income from my opponents right now. Dugong gets played, so it's pretty much over for the Australia race, right? Even though the second place is still pretty good, right? I sold the small animals and explorer, because even though I planned on doing the upgrade for this, I thought by the time I'd play it, it would be like a lot of money, but not a lot of points. Yeah, you know, I would get from it, and I really don't have a money problem right now. So I really wanted this, obviously. So since I'm not upgrading association ever, this is the best way for me to get a third partner zoo. Especially if I'm behind in, I have to be behind in appeal, and choose somebody that's upgraded their association task, right? So if it's in the 1, 2, 3 spot, I can use the hypnosis to use their association, which is upgraded, to get my third one. But I also haven't played with the non-friendly powers in a while, because obviously in WSBG they play with friendly mode. So this would have determination instead of hypnosis, you know. Show nice drawn cards. Take the Horsefield Tarsier and the Caribbean Reef Shark. Okay, so this comes out. I'm like, oh no, I can't let them have that. You know, this one right here, I need to get it before they do, because I have this to release. So luckily, Kyle breaks for me. He doesn't have Snap as part of his income like I do. So I get to snap up that Blue Mountain National Park. I decided to snap first. Then gain victory column. And I have way more money than I need right now. So. Ugh. I play Quarantine Lab. I didn't want any more powers used on me this game. Plus, it's a good bonus at the end, you know. You know, just get all the continents. I already have 3 of them. I'm pretty sure I can get the last 2 before the end of the game. Oh, sorry about that. Landscape Gardener came out. If I would have taken that other build card to let me place kiosks, that would have worked really well with this one, right? But I didn't, so it's not really useful. So I get this emu, and I'm like, Let me get rid of it. I did finally get a sea life animal, because I've already lost this race, you know, so it's sort of like, why even do the emu? Okay. I now have all the H's covered, so all my sponsors are now one less, right? That's what Hollywood Hills does. Plus, I got my 5 kiosks. That's a conservation point at the end. One of the ways I'm really slow right now is I haven't been able to build a lot of enclosures. So I keep getting stuck with only one enclosure whenever my animals is up here. That's because I have an upgraded build and I really wasn't planning on it. So I play Frill Lizard. I have all these monkeys for no reason. But then I realize, oh, I do have the 2 lizards. I thought I only had 1. I think what I realized was I could have played either one of these and got enough for this, is what I think was going through my mind at the time. Still planning on upgrading sponsors sooner or later, because I mean, it's really good with this map, and even though this isn't really great right now, there's some okay ones up here, right? So I take 2 build. Put a 2 enclosure there. It's for this guy. Then I see this come up. I'm so happy about this. Like, all because the Technology Institute. Wait, was it taken? Yeah, Technology Institute was taken. This pops up, and I'm obviously going to snap that. Like, and then I have to start thinking about what do I want to get for a conservation project, right? So the easiest one for me to get is habitat diversity, because I have an Australia, I have an Asia tag, right? Definitely going to play both of these. I need 5 continent tags for this one, right? Different continent tags. So to me, it's a no-brainer that I go for that. So Shadow Knife's getting ready to play his shark out here, so on my turn, I just did a build so I could put out some more this 4 here. Yep. And I don't need to build any more kiosks. I mean, 40 income's plenty. And they've been breaking quite a bit. So, like, I have so much money right now, I can play whatever cards I want to play. So, I thought about this for a second. Simply because I wanted to maybe grab that without using this, but don't mind drawing cards. Get Sea Cave. And then this pops up. Solidifies my want of upgrading my sponsors at that point. Like, yes, I have to do it, right? And luckily, Shadow Knife drew enough cards it fell into my range. So I can just get it with a cards action. I just have to make sure it didn't fall off, you know. And because I got the reputation there, I was able to snap it up. Took habitat diversity. So I have all these cards that I could potentially get points off now. Okay, Kyle builds, moves to their map build, you know. That was another reason why I picked up that build card, was that, you know, Ice Cream Parlors was in play. So I knew he was going to build kiosks, you know. I'm still a little bit behind, obviously. Start getting a little bit worried about this because I don't want the break to happen, but unfortunately, it's going to happen anyways. So I have to, like, prepare myself mentally on what I'm going to do, right? So first things first, I want to get that for this card here. Upgrade my sponsors here so I can play it, right? I mean, that had to happen right then and there. There was no ands, ifs, or buts about it, right? Luckily for me, Shadow Knife decided not to break. I mean, they have a big enough lead. They probably could have broke and maybe ended the game, I think. They decided not to break, which gives me some more time to get things done here. And Kyle plays a few lizards. I call them lizards. They're reptiles. I know. So I grab Science Lab. With the free draw, I get Science Library, because this will give me a bunch of points for my science tags. So it's like 7 points there, which is actually probably more than I would get with, or more or equal to what I would get with this, you know? Yeah. Still haven't broken yet. I'm like, this is great, you know. Keep giving me extra time. Maybe I can catch up. So I'm just going to build a 3 there. Place another kiosk. I don't know why I did that. That might have been a mistake. But that's why he was Shadow Knife was doing that. I forgot. He's trying to play his another conservation project. Let him sunbathe, right? That's what he did there. So let's see what Kyle does here. Plays an animal. Decent animal, yeah, for points, you know. So I'm still like 30 behind Shadow Knife right now. I X'd down cards because I didn't want it to break yet still, but Shadow Knife makes it break. So that was really good for me, I think, in the end, because of the chain of events that happens here, right? So this opens up, and look what came out. Now I'm like very worried because Kyle can snap. I'm like, he's definitely going to take this eagle. There's no way he's not, right? But then again, I look at his map and there's no space for it, right? So he doesn't take it because he didn't really have a place to put it unless he released something, which I'm gonna have to do that anyways myself, but luckily I have this here. So okay, so didn't you have to snap it because of Science Lab? Take the vulture just because. I don't know why I did that. Federal grants, and I was thinking I have 4 here, right? Is there any way I can get to 6 water tags for the aquarium? I was like, I could build an aquarium here, a 2-size aquarium, right? this right here. But because I have this, it forces me to place that. See, it doesn't let me pass, right? So I had to place it in the only place, you know, that I had for the aquarium. So that was out of a question. But I'm getting so many points at the end of the game right now. It's ridiculous. Because I didn't even mention this. International Zoo, right? So I'm getting 2 off of this. 2 off of this. 1 off of this. 1 off of this. 1 off of this. So, and I was trying to also get this, but I forget if I do or not. I don't think I do. I might. I can't remember. Okay, so I have to release this eagle for anything to happen here. So I just go ahead and do that now. Or release the, sea lion. Okay. Lose 7, but I gain 15. I have 2x tokens, but unfortunately I can't. I won't be able to get my association back up far enough to actually do anything. Because Shadow Knife's going to trigger endgame here. Plays Giant Panda. It's a huge card to play at the end of the game. This is pretty decent also. So he's at 113, right? So these are the 2 I have that I can play right now. European Pond Turtle's not that great at this point. So I play Bald Eagle first. Well, once it gets to my turn. So Kyle West just plays large animals at max. Then donates. He's at 101. Okay. Bald Eagle. This is why you... Oh, well, I got this picked up from the thing. So this is a godsend for me. Right? So I actually get to look at these. But, I mean, this is 6 points plus it kicks me up to this. Gives me another animal tag for this because I'm then play that with my determination. So I got 7 points plus 3 more. So that's 10 more points. We ended in a tie, me and Shadow Knife. So I wish it would slow down on that, but let's go through it real quick. I'll show you what I got from this. So let's see if we can go back here. So let's start here. All right, so I played animals, right? Got the bonus of this when I did that. Drew the African penguin, which is better than the turtle I had. Plays a bald eagle, right? Which would give me determination. It's worth 10 points because of my aquarium, right? Then play the African penguin, which is also going to be worth, it's going to be worth 8 points for me, right? So I get the 6. I get the reputation, which gives me the bonus here. All right, I get the aquarium, 2 points because it's a water animal. I then can draw some cards. I got diverse species and climbing park. They were equal to what I already had, so I was like, no sense messing with it. I put it 1. I get my extra action. I choose sponsors. I play the science library, which gives me 7 points. Right? 7 appeal. Place that there, and then we go through the end points, right? End game points. So I gain 2 from my science lab, 1 for federal grants, 1 for quarantine, 1 for franchise. I gain 2 for international zoo. Then Shadow Knife gains 3. And because I have victory column, right? After all this is done, if I still have less appeal than my opponents, I gain 2 per, right? So I was above Kyle, but I was below Shadow Knife because I had 2 less. So it bumped up my appeal to 71. So we had the exact same number of conservation points and the exact same number of appeal. So that's why we have the exact same score. But if I wouldn't have drawn that penguin, I probably would not have been able to tie, right? So a good draw at the end saved it for me. But, you know, I also had a lot of endgame points. So I guess I earned it because I also played a lot of these to get a lot of points at the end. So there's another game of Ark Nova Marine Worlds. Hopefully you like this playthrough and discussion. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments if you think there's any ways I could have been played differently. And thank you for watching.